Hello everybody, it's Proftrof and we're back again with another r/subreddit. This is r/MorbidReality. We've been having too much cursed shit, happy shit. Let's go with some weird horror shit.
This is Nancy Ann Kerrigan, born October 13th, 1969. She was a former American figure skater and actress. She won bronze medals in 1991 World Championships and 1992 Winter Olympics. She was from a family of modest means. Nancy Kerrigan's father sometimes worked 3 jobs to fund her skating career, and he also drove the ice resurfacer at a local rink in exchange for Nancy's lessons. She would then be taught by her personal trainer, Teresa Martin, until she was 16, and after that, Kerrigan began to reach prominence at the national level when she placed 4th at the junior level at the 1987 U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Unfortunately, Nancy Kerrigan isn't widely known for her figure skating accolades. She's known for something a lot more devious, something that happened to her in January of 1994.
Wow, I wasn't even born then. Harass? Damn, boy! Goddamn! Those outfits, though. Hey, listen. Oh, I was gonna say some fucked shit, but what happened? What the fuck?
Why? I don't know. Some hard black stick. Something really hard.
Come on, attacked her?
Help me! We're gonna get you.
Damn, bro. Sad. Damn, bro, you out here the why?
In January 1994, an assailant used a police baton to strike Nancy Kerrigan on her landing knee. The attacker was hired by the ex-husband of her rival, Tonya Harding. The attack's immediate aftermath was recorded.
It was hired by the ex. Bro, your ex. Stop getting involved, pussy.
On a TV camera and broadcast around the world. The initial footage showed the attendants helping Kerrigan as she grabbed at her knee. Soon after this terrible event, Tonya Harding won the championship, and throughout the resulting investigation of the attack,
I like how we have her body is like 15 different shades of color. Here we have like slight tan, straight white, straight up red. Jesus Christ.
Tonya Harding professed her innocence, saying that she did not have a role planning the attack.
And your ex-husband just likes going around hiring people to break other people's knees, huh?
Her ex-husband who was at fault for the attack, as he was the one who allegedly set up the hit against Nancy Kerrigan. Yet with all of that being said, Tonya Harding pled guilty. Her penalties included 3 years of probation, a $100,000 fine, and 500 hours of community.
Wait, she didn't even get any prison time? Come on, bruh.
Service. She was also banned from participating in any official national U.S. figure skating competitions.
She didn't even get any fucking time in jail.
Of death?
Oh, it's
I'm sure a lot of you guys are.
It's the Polish art guy. The art's awesome.
Because even nothing is something. So for a lot of people, it's a difficult thing to consider and a scary thing to think about.
Okay.
But when you do die, how are you going to stop someone from stealing your body? Well, if you're unsure...
listen, brother. I gotta be honest with you. Do people actually worry about this? Listen, after I'm dead, y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want with my body. I am dead. I don't exist no more. I don't care. You can do to my body as you wish, alright? I am dead. I am gone. It is just a body.
Here's a solution from the early 1800s.
Damn, they were wild over there in the 1800s.
It was used to prevent grave robbers from stealing corpses. Corpses were often stolen and sold for dissection, and the collar was fixed around the neck of the corpse and bolted to the bottom of the coffin. Seems to me like a pretty good solution.
What if you... I mean, they're already sold to be chopped up. Why not just, you know, take it in two?
When you take a look at this image, what's the first thing that catches your eye?
The dude falling from the plane?
Boy. This image was taken in 1970 and shows a 14-year-old boy falling from the airplane's wheel bay moments after takeoff. The young boy in the image is named Keith Sapsford. Born in Sydney, Australia, the curious child wanted to know what the rest of the world lived like, so he chose to climb in the wheel bay of a departing plane. The plane was set to arrive in Japan, and near the tail end of the flight, the wheel bay opened, causing Keith to tumble out of the wheel bay and plummet 200 feet. The image was captured by a photographer named John Gilpin. He was taking photos of planes and unknowingly captured this boy's final moments.
He didn't make it, huh? Damn.
This is Joshua Burns Howell, also known as Pegleg Howell, born March 5th, 1888. He was an American blues singer and guitarist who found moderate success recording for Columbia Records from the late 1920s to the early 1950s. Born on a farm in Eaton, Georgia, he taught himself how to play the guitar at the age of 21, quickly becoming skilled in pre-Piedmont figure-picking and slide guitar techniques. He continued working on the farm until he was shot in a fight by his brother-in-law, which resulted in him losing his right leg. Now being seriously disabled, it made his work being a farmer nearly impossible, so he began working as a full-time musician. In 1926, Howell was heard playing on the streets of Atlanta and was recorded for the first time by Columbia Records, which released his first song, New Prison Blues, written while he was in prison.
Prison Blues.
It was the first country blues record to be issued on the label.
Since I cut your throat, mama, drink your blood like wine. I'll cut your throat, mama, now drink your blood like wine.
Drink your blood like wine.
Can't quit maintain or need a time. I'm going up the country, mama, where the time ain't long. I'm going up the country, mama, I swear the time ain't long.
Howell continued to play in the Atlanta area for several years, recording a few more songs with Columbia Records until he fell into obscurity after 1952. This is a picture of him at the age of 78 in 1963. He lost his other leg shortly after recording his last song.
I was gonna ask about that, but I didn't want to appear rude. I was like, yo, there seems to be a lot missing there.
Due to diabetes. This image was taken by George Mitchell, a folklorist, and Roger.
You can lose a leg due to diabetes? What?
Brown, a field researcher, after they rediscovered him living in dire poverty in Atlanta. They persuaded him to record one last song with the help of Testament Records, 34 years after his last recorded sessions at Columbia Records. He would pass away 3 years later in Atlanta on August 11th, 1966. This is Michael Clark
Wasn't that morbid?
Rockefeller, born May 18th, 1938. He was the fifth and last child of Mary Todd Hunter Rockefeller and Nelson Rockefeller. He was the third son of 7 children fathered by Nelson Rockefeller, and he had a twin sister named Mary. Michael Rockefeller graduated cum laude from Harvard University with a Bachelor of Arts in History and Economics. After that, in
Damn, bro!
Cum laude from Harvard University with a Bachelor of Arts in History and Economics. After that, in 1960, he served 6 months as a private in the U.S. Army, and then went on an expedition for Harvard's Peabody Museum of Archaeology and Ethnology to study the Dani tribe of Western Netherlands, New Guinea. He would also take an interest in researching the Assamite headhunting tribe in New Guinea. The Assamite culture was defined by
Nah, bro, listen, if I'm gonna research a tribe, they ain't gonna be the head hunting or head, whatever they were called. It's gonna be like the peace-loving tribe. Orgy tribe, something that doesn't involve cutting heads off.
Constant warfare with neighboring villages. Cannibalism and decapitation were commonplace. The decapitation were meant for initiation ceremonies, and the cannibalism was meant...
Wait, how is decapitation? That's gonna be like the last... you die.
As a ritual. According to the Assamite, through the consumption of flesh, they believed they formed an intimate bond with the victim, taking his power, his name, and becoming him. And unfortunately, pictured in this image, he's photographed on his first trip to Papua New Guinea.
Oh, first and last one, I assume, right?
In May of 1960, Michael Rockefeller's smile belies his grim fate. It's believed he was killed and eaten by the Assamite people. To this day, his body has never been recovered, and there's much speculation on and around his death. There's people who believe he simply drowned in a canoe, and there's others who take a look at this image and draw a different conclusion.
Yeah, definitely drowned in a canoe after going to the cannibal village with all the cannibal people that specialize in cannibalism. Come on, bruh.
This is an image of Marcy Borders, born August 12, 1973. She was a legal assistant who worked in the Bank of America, located in the World Trade Center, and survived its collapse. A man named Stan Honda is responsible for this photo. He captured this image of Borders, completely covered in dust from the building collapse. Quickly, the image was described as iconic. The image became so well known and so widely distributed that Borders became known as the Dust Lady. She was a resident of Bayonne, New Jersey.
That's foul.
And the 28-year-old Borders was working on the 81st floor inside of the North Tower at the time of the attack. She was never able to shake the trauma of the attack. That, on top of a decade-long depression brought on by a breakup with her partner, a loss of custody of her children, and a long history of alcohol and drug abuse, Nancy Borders clearly had many troubles before the 9/11 terrorist attacks. And soon after Osama bin Laden's death, she was interviewed about how she overcame her mental troubles, saying that a key to her recovery was sobriety. She had given up drug use and alcohol. Unfortunately, things became more difficult for Borders. She was diagnosed with stomach cancer in August 2014. Borders' cancer had already saddled her with a crippling debt of $190,000. And that's without the additional surgery and chemotherapy that she needed. Borders said that she couldn't afford her prescriptions, and she believed that the cancer was triggered by the dust that she was exposed to after the World Trade Center collapsed. In one of her last interviews, she spoke on how the dust may have caused her cancer, having once stated, "I definitely believe it because I haven't had any illnesses. I don't have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes." Borders would eventually die from cancer on August 24th, 2015 at the age of 42.
I was like, okay, we went through the downs, now it's like the ups, right? Nope. It was like down, up. Cancer, baby.
This is Rosalino Chalino Sanchez Felix. Born August 30th, 1960, was a regional Mexican singer and songwriter. He was born on a small ranch in Sinaloa and was the youngest of 7 children. According to his sister, Juana Sanchez, he was a curious and mischievous child who always dreamed of becoming a famous singer. He was born into a poor family and lived a difficult life, and he felt that his name Rosalino sounded too much like a woman's name, so he preferred the nickname Chalino. Unfortunately, when he was 15 in 1975, his sister was sexually assaulted by a rich man known for being powerful and dangerous. 2 years afterward, in 1977, when Chalino was 17, while at a party, Chalino saw the man and took revenge into his own hands. He allegedly took the man's life by shooting him to death. He would soon flee Tijuana, Mexico with...
Listen, I ain't gonna say anything, but good job, bro.
Nothing but his gun and a Jesus Malaverde chain. Many years later, in 1989, Chalino recorded some of his first songs. He stocked cassette tapes to record his songs. He acquired them from swap meets, bakeries, and various other businesses across central Los Angeles, as well as selling them out of his car trunk. Chalino eventually connected with another Mexican immigrant, Pedro Riviera, who set up a small recording studio called Cinta Sicario in Long Beach, where aspiring musicians could record for cheap. After that, the two gained a cult following. They were seen as the pioneers of the genre corrido por libro, songs that revered the bad, drug smugglers, murderers, or just plain violence. As a result, they received 0 radio airplay, but it didn't matter. They already had a cult following, and much of the Latino community in Los Angeles were fans of their music. But 3 years later, on May 15th, 1992, something really terrible occurred. Chalino Sanchez played a rare gig at Culiacan at the Salon Bugambillas. The show was a huge success, but afterwards, things turned nasty. While performing on stage, Chalino Sanchez was handed a note saying that if he continued to sing, he would be kidnapped and murdered. He is seen looking the note over, all while his band is playing in the background.
Bro, what?
There are many people at the event, and any one of them could be the person threatening his life.
Persons. There's an actual video of this? Jesus Christ. It's loud as hell. Oh, that's him. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about... He thought about it. Fuck. Oh, that dude looking sus. There's a lot of people there.
After the show, Cellino drove away from the club, with 2 of his brothers and a cousin and several young women. They were soon pulled over at a traffic circle by a group of armed men in Chevrolet Suburbans. The men flashed a state police identification card and took the brothers out of the car. They told Cellino that a commander wanted to see him. They talked a bit more, and Cellino agreed to go along with the men, getting into one of their cars while the others followed behind. A few hours later, at 6 a.m., May 16, 1992, 2 campesinos found the body of Cellino Sanchez dumped by an irrigation canal near Highway 15, north out of town near the neighborhood of Los Laurales, Culiacan. He was blindfolded, and his wrists had rope marks. He had been shot twice in the back of the head. It's important to acknowledge that even under the threat of death, Rosalino Cellino Sanchez Felix gave probably his best live performance. He chose to live out his final moments.
I mean, he ain't gonna have any more live performances after that.
Performing for his adoring fans,
and
doing what he always wanted to do, sing. He always wanted to be famous. And I wouldn't expect less from somebody who went out of their way to take revenge for their sister. And to this day, his fame and recordings have grown in popularity.
Nice.
Cellino still amasses millions of streams nearly 3 decades after his death. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video.
Damn.
And if you...
Okay, that was good. That was good. What do y'all think about this? Let me know in the comments. Do y'all want to see more of these morbid realities, or are y'all more down for that funny dumb shit that we do usually? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see more r/Ray, check out the playlist right here. Quick thank you to the YouTube members, the Patreons. Thank you all for the support. I'll catch you all next time. Bye everybody.